Yo, welcome back to another episode of Beeks Corner. It's your boy Beeks, and I'm back in the building. You know the routine. We're out here, we're rolling, and we are moving. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what time it is, man. Come on. Look, listen, new little segment out here. Did you get me? I thought let me create a little bit of content out here. You get me? This is huge. This is absolutely huge. A new segment outside the box. What can we say? It is what it is. And I've got a special guest. From LILYWHITETV. She's a Spurs fan, hardcore Spurs fan. Shout out to her with her opinions and whatnot. What's up, Elena? Elena, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Thank you for jumping on Beats Corner.
No worries.
You know, just a bit diverse, man. Like, I think the other week I had Kendall. And she was just giving her expression. She was letting it all out with Newcastle. She was the first female to jump on Beats Corner, so you're the second female. This is huge.
That's
and
good. I'm glad.
Come on, it's about diversity, man. I don't want to be restricting the whole process and whatnot. We're in 2021. We're in a day and age where anyone can have their say. I hate when these people come on and they slander women for watching football, but we'll get into that later on, man. That's not cool. Do you understand what I'm saying? But let it be. It is what it is. How are you finding this whole pandemic, man? Let's talk about your well-being. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm okay. I'm doing well. Obviously, it's hard, like just being on lockdown. I haven't seen a lot of my family since, like, before the pandemic and stuff. We spent Christmas just with my sister and my nan. My nan lives next door, so it's pretty much like the same house. She basically lives here. She's over all the time. So telling her not to be here was a bit impossible, but just my nan and my mum and dad and my sister, which was really quiet because normally I have quite a big Christmas. But hopefully, if we're doing this to keep everyone safe and well. We've got a few people with health issues in our family, so we haven't been able to see them. But as long as they're safe and well, once this is over, we can all meet up again, which will be good.
Yeah, hopefully. I think there's an echo on my thing, and I don't know what's going on. Let me check my mic because a lot of people are saying, "Yo, your thing's echoing, man. What's going on?" Guys, look, don't blame me, man. It's fine. Hopefully, this is better. I think it should be better now, but yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that at least you're alive. You're doing well. It is sad. It's vice versa with me. I ain't seen my family for a minute. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's I guess living with a partner as well. It helps. If you're not living with anyone, it's a bit of it can be so detrimental to your mental health. But
yeah, exactly.
if people that are watching, if you guys ain't got no one and whatnot, just try reach out to someone via phone or go online, go on YouTube, watch a bit of content. I'm sure we'll take your mind off things. It is what it is. Or just reach out to us, man. We're humans. We're all humans. We're not no celebrities. We're just out here. We're fans like yourselves. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Look, listen. It's good to just check on everyone's well-being, check on your well-being, make sure you're good. Obviously, you're a Spurs fan. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. It is what it is. I thought, listen, let me catch hold of Elena before the Spurs game. Is the lineup up? Because obviously this is every game's big, man. So have you got the lineup? Is the lineup up? Do we know?
Let me just have a look.
Because this is a game where you really need to bounce back, man. You've dropped a few points along the road. It's kind of getting annoying. I keep telling people, like, at the end of the day, this is Jose, man. But I feel like you guys will do well in the cup competitions, maybe not in the league. I remember when, like, he was at United, and I think it was his first season. Yeah, it was his first season. I think we finished, sixth, but he got us Europa League and the League Cup, and he so-called treble, which was the Community Shield. Me, I don't like that talk there, but it is what it is, isn't it? Do you get me? But we got into the Champions League by winning the Europa League. This guy knows how to win trophies, isn't it? So I don't know how it's gonna feel for you. But yeah, have you got the lineup? I've just been waffling on to make sure that you got the lineup.
Yes, I got it up. Yeah.
So who's starting?
So we've got Lloris, Uria, Rodon, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
Dyer, Davis, Regulon, Højbjerg, and Ndombele, Bergwijn, Kane.
And are you happy with that lineup?
nothing too bad. I mean, I'm not really sure. We're playing Davis and Reguilon. That's a bit interesting. Just because I like Reguilon being our left back, but obviously if we're playing Davis and Reguilon, he's obviously playing him in the midfield, like more in the midfield probably,
of course.
because we've got Bergwijn, so he's not playing him along that right wing. So yeah, he's obviously pushing him a bit more forward, which is fine because that's pretty much that's fine. He pushes a bit more forward. He's not great at defending, but he's obviously I prefer him to Davis, but no matter what. But if we're playing them both, it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we should have enough in the tank to beat Sheffield United, to be honest, but you just never know.
I mean, we saw what happened last season. VAR got it horribly wrong. In terms of, you guys should have actually won that game, if I'm not mistaken. But they ended up packing Spurs in, and I thought, flipping hell, Sheffield United. But that was Sheffield United of old. This is Sheffield United who have just won one game in the league since.
Exactly.
Obviously their first win was against Newcastle. Shout out to Newcastle. Sorry to the Newcastle fans. I know you don't want to hear that, but it is what it is. But listen, you got to win this. Like, this is a no-brainer. This is 3 points. Like, on paper, you should be winning this. But let's say in hindsight you don't win this. I mean, because right now it seems like the goals are drying up. I mean, at the beginning of the season, Son and Kane, they're firing at all cylinders or whatnot, and you're looking at them and you're thinking, yo, what's going on? Again, does this relate down to Jose with how the tactics are working? Because I know there's a lot of Spurs fans who are not really feeling Jose with the way he's approaching games. How do you feel about Jose? Because obviously we got Prime at the bottom. He's saying no Jose slander. He's saying to me no Jose slander to me as well. Bro, I ain't got no beef with Jose. I still think he's one of the top managers up there who has done a lot in the game. But in this day and age, it gets tough. So, Elena, how do you feel about Jose Mourinho at your club at the moment? Do you feel like you're going forward, or are you just stagnant? Do you want him there? How do you feel about
him? Right, so it's a bit of a weird one with Tottenham because I feel like he's the only one that can get us a trophy. Realistically, he's the only manager right now that can get us a trophy. So I understand how much Tottenham need a trophy, and I'm not denying that. Like, we need a trophy. But I cannot also turn a blind eye to the fact that I don't see him being long term. I can't see him being our long term answer. Yes, he might win us a League Cup, which, by the way, we have a very hard final. So it's not even like, yeah, we're in there and we're gonna, we're gonna win the League Cup. Like, it's not even like a thing like that. So I feel like, yeah, he can win us a League Cup, but after this season, I don't see him being our manager further, personally, because I don't see any progression going forward as the club elevation. I see, for me, it's more like, we're not moving forward. We're literally gonna try win a League Cup. If we win the Europa, I'll 100% eat my words, because the Europa to me is huge. It's a big European trophy. We can do well. Like, if we win the Europa, we get Champions League. Like, we don't have to worry about top four. So obviously, if we win the Europa, that's a huge trophy. But I feel like with Spurs, we need to realise that our benchmark shouldn't be Europa League and just win in a domestic cup. Look at Arsenal on the other hand. Arsenal have been doing that for years, winning, the FA Cup, and then, not getting top four. And, I still feel like Tottenham is the more desirable club to Arsenal. So for me, yes, domestic trophies are important and Tottenham need one, but I don't want to sacrifice it for a long period of time, just so we can win one trophy. I feel like one season's fine, but for the club elevation that we had succeeded, Jose Mourinho isn't the guy.
Whoa, Jose. People are still out here complaining. Shout out to the people that are listening. I apologize. My mic is doing the most. It is doing the worst. But be prepared. I'm going to switch it up now. It is what it is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely, lovely. All right, cool. So I hear what you're saying. You obviously believe that you are in a position where you should be winning trophies that are, there, but at the same time, you want a bit of consistency. You want that top four as well. You're not saying that you're going to win the league, but it's just about being there with a lot amongst the top clubs, alongside winning trophies. You feel though that Jose won't be here next season. If Jose's not here next season, do you have
Yeah.
any other managers in mind? Because I know you're a big fan of Poch, and shout out to Poch. He's done his thing and whatnot. He's gone to PSG. Because I don't like what is all this. What is all this thing with the Jose sexuals or Poch sexuals? Like I can see it popping up. I'm thinking, what the hell are these terms? Jose sexuals, the Poch sexual. What is that? Who created that? I'm just really eager to know who created that.
I don't know who created that, but Prime is definitely a Jose sexual. And,
whoa, hey, your Prime, you're getting called out. You're getting called out.
But in terms of with me, I would love to get someone like Marco Rose in from Gladbach. I think he's a brilliant manager. I like the way they play football. They play counter-attacking. It's not like they're all gun-ho attack, but the way that when they win the ball back, they straight in the opposition box is the kind of football that I like to watch. I also think Nagelsmann, obviously, these are the type of managers that I'd like to go for. Not that it's very, very realistic, but I would love to go for these managers.
Yeah.
For me, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like we won't progress further, as in actually elevate the club to the standard we should be at. Tottenham is a big club. We should be within the Champions League spots. I feel like the last 5 years was work that we put in to get us to be a consistent Champions League team. And the money we get and the way our owners don't spend, not that I agree with that, but our owners don't spend enough. Without Champions League, that could only be worse. So I don't think that we can really just accept a Europa League spot. We won't spend any money. Our club, we have this big, huge stadium that we haven't been able to get fans in anymore. So we're definitely losing money on that. And we need the financial backing of Champions League football and for teams to admire like Tottenham, other players to admire Tottenham. They're not going to want to come to Tottenham if we're just playing Europa League football, winning one trophy every few years. And I feel like, yes, we need to win that League Cup, but also we need to think after that League Cup. And after that League Cup, obviously, Jose Mourinho is a very 90-minute man. He doesn't think long term. He's not here for the 5 years. He's not here for the project of Tottenham Hotspur. So we definitely need to carry on that bar that we have set.
Yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying. Like the way you just described it there, it makes sense. Obviously, you've said a manager that you would like. It's not realistic. But you know what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know how you want your Spurs to play. You want to approach it in a different dynamic, and I totally understand that. You want to be at a level where because what Poch did at Spurs was phenomenal, and it's one of these things where I keep telling people, innit, like, look, at the end of the day, Poch came in, he didn't have the financial backing and whatnot. He didn't get that at Spurs. Jose's got that. Jose got the backing. Poch didn't. And what Poch got, the level that Poch got you to is a level that Spurs haven't seen in God knows how many years, even in Spurs' lifetime. You went to the Champions League final, for God's sake. You know how huge that is. And I know you didn't win it, but it just goes to show. And that season, Poch didn't spend money, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't buy anyone that season, when the season where you guys went to the Champions League final. So I kind of understand how you guys feel about Poch. I kind of understand where you guys want to be playing. You don't want the dinosaur football that people would say about Jose. But the thing with Jose, I would say, is a lot of people would say, yeah, it's is that it? It's about the winning mentality. Jose will bring the winning element to your side. Yeah. And this is why I probably said, I think I said it on Midnight Vibes. Shout out to KJ. I said that Jose will probably win the League Cup. But obviously, I know the League Cup isn't a good it's just not top priority. It's a trophy that you need a trophy, but it's not top priority. Like Prime is saying to me that Poch was backed. I don't think Poch was backed like that. If you can explain to me, Prime, because you're ready to lay the smackdown, if you can tell me how it was.
Do you want me to explain? Okay, how was he backed if he had to sell his best right back in Kyle Walker and have to use a backup as his main, which was Trippier, not having another backup, so he had to use Kyle Walker-Peters, and that, to me, that's backed. Okay, we had, when Danny Rose started falling off, we had to use Ben Davis, and we never bought. Again, we're the only team that uses their backups as their first team once their backups either drop off or get sold. There is no, yes, Poch, who do you want at right back that we're going to go back you for? None of that. And yeah, okay, Mourinho might have been back to this window, COVID window, like, you know, everything was cheaper. I expect us to spend money. But also, he took whatever he was given. Poch didn't want to take people like Doherty, and I don't blame him, by the way. So Poch had a certain, like, vision. He wanted to buy certain players, and yes, he was never back to that extent. He was never said, yes, go out and get who you want. It was never like that. It was, yeah, you know, go out, do, who do you want? You want this person? All right, who's cheaper and younger than him? Who's like him, cheaper and younger? That's the way Daniel Levy works. And Prime is saying the contract renewal of your best players. Okay, that's the bare minimum I expect my owners to do when we're reaching Champions League finals and in title races. I expect the bare minimum of keeping Kane and Son. I shouldn't be thanking them for doing that. Like, I think that's ridiculous to say, oh, just because you kept Kane, that means he was backed. No, he wasn't, because he was never given a squad. He was given an 11. Whenever one of those 11 left, he was never backed.
Yeah, you're spitting bars today, man. Hey, shout out to Elena, you man. She's coming with facts, you know. Hey, shout out to Elena. Hey, man like Sean, big up man like Sean. He says, did Poch overachieve or did he underachieve at Spurs? I'm gonna leave that for you.
He's definitely overachieved. He had a bit higher net spend at Southampton.
Really? Whoa.
He had a higher net spend at Southampton. So yeah, he's created like a rod in his own back in a way. Yeah. Because he was so good and we expected top four, but because we never then went on to do anything with that, people say, yeah, you know, we now have this expectation of winning something and being top four. That was because of Poch. Poch made us this team that we are now thinking, yeah, let's, you know, let's go compete. Let's compete with, yeah, I hope so. We never thought we could compete at the top flight. We never thought we were top four really consistently before Pochettino. He came in and yes, he did well, but he made us now want more. Without Poch, we wouldn't be having Mourinho here wanting us to win trophies. We would have still been that fifth, sixth team, you know, sort of fighting to get into it. It'll probably be like a 1 season, 2 season thing, and not like, yes, we're going to be here. This is where we want to be. Now our ambition is to be a top 4 team. And I think that is all down to Poch. And I feel like because he took us so low in his last season, it was almost like we need to get back in the top 4, so we need to sack him. That's again down to him because he did so well. When he started dropping off, the expectation isn't reaching anymore. When before we weren't expecting that at all. We had made Champions League once before him. Harry Redknapp, obviously, you know, scoring the header against City. So yeah, that there are times where we made top 4 once before, and then he made it every other season other than his first. And finishing second to Chelsea, yes, it was like we had a great season and stuff, but it's Chelsea, and yes, they had Mourinho at that time with all the backing that he has. You know, Chelsea back him to the full, just like you lot did. So yeah, I just feel like we need to, if we're going to have Jose, we need to back him, and then
Okay,
We
fair
need to
enough.
back him and see where it goes.
Fair enough. I totally understand. Like you guys need to back him. You need to do what you got to do. I just feel like, you know, obviously this is Jose's second season at Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. You know, if he does well, he probably will. We might end up getting top 4 in a trophy or whatnot. It's always that you always got the first season syndrome, should I even say? That's one to watch out for. It all went tips up at Man United. We saw what happened at Chelsea. He's done it everywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things. You just have to like deal with it, innit? And you're just expecting it because Jose is a man for himself. He don't care about the team. He don't care about no. He cares about what I achieve in the game myself, just me. Don't care. And what he'll tell you is like, look what I did over here, over here, over here. If he wins, listen, let me tell you something. If he wins League Cup with Spurs, trust me when I say he's going to lap that. He is going to soak that up because he's going to turn around and say, when was the last time Spurs won a trophy? Tell me. When was the last time so and so did this? Tell me. So that's why I feel like Jose is a man to get you far in these cup competitions, and you know, do what you got to do. So
like
it is what it is.
Yeah, I always say he is a 90-minute man, the best manager you can have for 90 minutes, the best manager you can have for a cup game. Like that is him. He is like a great man to have for a cup game. But I worry about Harry Kane in his system, not because of, you know, goals and his, I'll answer that in a minute, because of goals and his goal contributions, but he's getting burnt out doing all this defensive work, running up the pitch, creating and scoring. I worry that Kane isn't going to make it past March. We know he struggles with injuries. He played him in a 90-minute game against Stoke. Like, his man management is just get through the game, never looking forward. That's my worry. He never looks past like that little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, he never looks past that game. And I worry that we won't have Kane for very long. We won't have Son for very long. They're both players that get injured a lot. There are only goal scorers, and we need to protect them a bit more. But Jose Mourinho only thinks about trophies, which is fine. But also, I don't want them to then not be available for a final because you've burnt them out. There's just no like care in, yes, there's a league here too. Like, it's just playing an FA Cup, play our first 11. Like, Ndombele has issues with his fitness. I don't believe that. I think it's a Jose Mourinho tactic to change him for a more defensive player at 60, 70 minutes. If we're 1-0 up, he changes him for more defensive. But yeah, I don't know. I just worry. Shall I answer this question?
Yeah. We got man. That's what he's saying. And what, like, in your opinion, what defines a big club? I think obviously what you've been saying. Yeah. So
what defines a big club to me is like, yeah, I understand you need trophies. I get that, and don't get me wrong, we need trophies. But is a League Cup going to make us that now elite status? Highly doubtful. The trophies we need to make us elite are the trophies that Pochettino wanted to go for. So don't get me wrong. For me, a big club depends on fan base, like money put into the club. For me, United are one of the biggest clubs in the world, along with Real Madrid, because of the amount of fans, the history they have, and also the stuff you've won. Now, Tottenham are not big in a sense of what we've won, but we are one of the top 5 teams in England, and I feel like we should act like that. We're not like a Sheffield United or a, I don't know, like a Wigan. Yes, we're going to get to a League Cup final, and you know what I mean. Like,
I hear you.
You know what I mean? I feel like we are big. We just don't have the silverware to show that in recent times. Our history is quite big, but recent times isn't working as well. So yeah.
No, I hear that. Obviously, everyone has their opinion and different definition of a big club and whatnot, and I think that's more of a fair point. We've got a comment here, and this is interesting. This guy,
my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. He's an Arsenal fan.
Wow, it's interesting. Jose inherited Poch magic as an Arsenal fan, and I expect nothing less than, you know, a final.
I mean, I agree, but but obviously I'm a bit biased because I get worried about, you know, things like that.
Wow,
but yeah,
you guys must clash then. He's an Arsenal fan. Wow.
Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan.
Wow, listen, that's crazy. Indiana said a bit of hate. He's saying Harry Kane will end up at a big club. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about that.
We are at the club, and you should stay.
So yeah, look, listen.
Going back to what Afro said, basically with him inheriting Poch Magic, he inherited a good team. He also got backed to an extent. If we're to believe what Jose Mourinho says, yes, he he got every target he wanted. That's what Jose says. So why should we be complaining about who we've got? Because apparently he was back to the full. So if I believe he was back, then you should be doing better with this team. You wanted Bale, apparently. I mean, I don't really believe that. I feel like Levy wanted Bale. But you wanted Bale, apparently. Cool. Like, do you know what I mean? You wanted Doherty. Don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Uria is one of the best right backs we've had in a long time. Yes, he's a bit rash, but going forward, he's brilliant. I think he's got a really good thing. And yeah, I just feel like yes, he should be getting to a final. Minimum I expect from him is a final.
I hear that, and that's fair. I think
he's here to win a trophy. If he doesn't win a trophy, he has failed.
Wow, listen, you heard it here first, man. You heard it here.
Poch wasn't here to win a trophy. Poch was here to elevate the club, and he succeeded. Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, you broke it down. You broke it down on a really good. Poch was there to elevate. Jose's there to win. You know what? Shout out to you, man, because you broke it there. Quickly. No, I gotta rate that. But you know what? Before we move on to something else, the thing I was gonna ask: do you feel like there's a chance? Because look, if we look at the league table now, this league table, anyone can win the league. It's facts. Do you feel like there's a chance that Jose can, or not even Jose, can Spurs challenge for this Premier League title? No way.
No, because of our squad. Our squad is not good enough, regardless of what he thinks or whatever. It's not good enough. We cannot expect to win a Premier League title with Harry Kane scoring every goal we have. And if they have a bad game, Harry Kane and Son, we have no goals in the team. To win a title, you need about 10, 11 goals from your attacking midfielders. You need a couple goals from your fullbacks. You need 2 or 3 goals from your centre-backs from like corners and stuff. And you need goal contributions from the whole team. We have 2 people that are scoring goals. Other than that, and Ndombele has 2 goals, I think, 2 or 3 goals in the league, and that is it. And then Ndombele gets taken off at 60 because he wants to play defensive. So
that's what Mourinho does. That's what he does. I mean, look, he did it at United with the likes of Pogba and whatnot. This is what he does. I feel
like two players is not enough to win you a Champions League or a league title, wherever you want to go with those ambitions. The way we play, yes, we can do well in cup competitions, but domestic cup competitions, we can't do well in the league. I expect we're an outside shot of top 4. I think it's going to be so close, top 6, that block is going to be so tight.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think that's going to be...
Other than like the top 2 maybe might break away, as in you and Liverpool. But yeah.
Hey, listen, I pray that happens. I don't know if that's gonna happen because
21 and 21, hey, that's all I've been hearing.
21 and 21, hey, I'm not gonna talk too much, you know. Hey, we got a big game. This game, I don't even really want to talk about like that game is bringing me anxiety. I'm feeling some type of way. I don't even know how I'm feeling, but people shouldn't write off the likes of City. That's what I'll put out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got Leicester, who is sitting second at the moment. You just don't know. That's why I had to ask. I mean, despite obviously you lot tailing off and whatnot, it is huge. That's why I have to ask: can they go on for a title? All it takes is just a few runs. That's all it takes.
It does. But our goal scorers are just my.
I hear that. That's why I agree with you on that term, and I agree with that. You're saying you can't just rely on Kane and Son, which is absolutely fair. Look, the people in the comments, they're saying, look, Prime is getting onto me. He's saying, look, listen.
Prime gets onto everyone.
Yeah, he's saying I said 21 and 21. If United lose to them, look, I never said 21 and 21, bro. I'm saying what the man them was saying, innit? So don't come at me. Get me? On the preview, I said 2-2. I never said we're gonna beat them. I never even said we're gonna win the league. I just said we just got to be hopeful. You get me?
I think it's important not to lose today. That's how I felt when we played Liverpool. If we didn't lose, there was every chance. But anything but a loss, I think, is like a positive result for United because it just keeps you within touching distance.
Yeah,
keeps them in touching distance. You just need at least a point.
that point at Anfield is going to be hard, though. I mean, obviously, they.
I know. I mean, we should have won that game with Berg. We played. I have no issues with the way we played against Liverpool. That is not my issue. We can play like that against big teams. When you're playing like that against Crystal Palace, when you go 1-0 up, Wolves, when you go 1-0 up, Leicester 2 at home, we did nothing. 2-0, we lost. When we go 1-0 up, there seems to be no backup plan. That's my worry. There's no like backup plan to it.
No, I agree. I agree. It's look, this COVID season, bringing me honestly, it's just
it's mad, isn't it? And we need a right winger that can actually play football and do attacking job, because
I hear that. You know what? There's people they're asking about Bell and Dele Alli. Like, how do you feel about that? I mean, the whole
All right, Dele Alli, I have very different opinions to Bale. Dele Alli, I would rather him stay. I feel like he's always going to be. I think there's a player in there. I genuinely do. Yeah. Either get him on loan, send him on loan just to get his confidence back. But I feel like he's not going to achieve under Jose Mourinho, and that is just because of the way he plays. Dele Alli's a system player. He likes to play in and behind Kane. He's a second striker. That's actually how Dele likes to play. And it's annoying having system players. I find it annoying personally. But I think he's great at what he does, but he's not going to be played on. He's not in Jose Mourinho's plans. So for me, I'd rather send him on loan, get him some game time, and get him back, because we know Jose Mourinho isn't going to be here very long. Like, even if he's here to the end of his contract, that's 2023. Like, he's not a long-term fix. I don't think he's going to make that because of Daniel Levy and just okay. But but I feel like with Dele, I think there's a player in there, but I do think he needs to go somewhere. But I don't think we're going to send him on loan. I feel like he will go to PSG. I mean, Poch was like his dad. He got
the best out of him. Just what I'm saying, like,
which is fair enough. I can understand. Bale, what can I say? I can't deny. I don't like to admit it because I love him.
Yeah, we have to. And the homecoming was great. You know, Bale. Yeah, we love you, Bale. You know.
Honestly, I wish I could go back to that day, because now I'm just like, you didn't even look good against Marine, bro. Like,
Jesus Christ! Listen,
you played against the big man, and
Bell is just focused on golf. You guys should know this, man. Bell.
But I'd like to think there's a player in there. But yeah, he is on loan, but he's a very expensive loan. So I think he is going to go back at the end of the season.
Yeah, he's definitely. I can't see him staying at.
He's not giving anything but morale. And yes, he lifted the fans. And yes, we had a push. But if anyone, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Eriksen coming back, but if I was sitting here bigging up Bale to come back, then I shouldn't have an issue with Christian Eriksen coming back. Exactly. For sure. And I understand that's a bit hypocritical. So yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Look, the Bell thing, like you said, morale and whatnot. I thought, Rod, Spurs got Bell, you know, your Spurs looking a bit, you know, and I thought, for me. Right. You know, having conversation with a few of the bandem and whatnot, you know, and I realized, I said, you know what, Spurs probably had the best window. It's true. Spurs did what they had to do. They got the players who they had to get. And, you know, you're looking back now, you're thinking, what are you doing, Bell? Like, I hardly see Bell play these times. Obviously, it's down to injuries and whatnot. It's not the same player that was at Spurs in the first run. It's just one of them things.
I expected him to lose his pace, but I thought, and a player like that, ability he has. Yes, he's older, but he should have some ability, not his pace, but ability, and that can come back with a bit of game time. But it's not looking that way, and that is depressing.
No, I hear that. No, I totally understand that. Indiana said you'll DM me for free. Yep, hit me up. We'll talk later, bro. Yeah, look, I think we've been speaking about Spurs for a while. Yeah, I know we can speak about Spurs. I know you can speak about Spurs for a long time.
I've got a lot to complain about.
If you've got a lot, we can go back. We can go back to them in a bit. But what I wanted to touch on as well, obviously, with women in football and whatnot, we need a bit of diversity. And I feel like we're in a stage now where the diversity is growing bit by bit and whatnot, and where, you know, we're in a society where females are allowed to have their voice and speak on what they want to speak about when it comes to football, which is why I commend you as well in terms of doing your YouTube channel and making sure that you're saying what you want to say on your channel. So on a day-to-day basis, how are you finding it, man? How you feeling, man, with the whole thing? Because I know females, like I said at the beginning of the show, I know females get scrutinized and I feel like it's a shame that, you know, some men still have that mentality of saying that, yeah, women shouldn't be watching football. But how do you guys take it on the chin, man? How are you finding it on a day-to-day basis?
Sorry, Monster's comment made me laugh. But yeah, it is difficult. I feel like because I'm quite, as you've just noticed, I'm quite an outspoken fan. I don't hold back on my opinions, and people are not used to females giving such a strong opinion. And like, I want females to be inspired and have that you know, that confidence to just say what you want to say about football. I watch the same game as you. I've got the same eyes as you do. I have the same, like, you know, I understand the game just as you do. I may have never played football, but there's a lot of males that watch football that haven't played as well. So just because I'm a female doesn't change that I watch something different. I feel like I don't want to be seen as like, you're a female. Sorry, the comment. I don't want to be seen as you're a female. You don't know what you're talking about. I just want to be seen as equal. If you want to argue with me about my opinion, let's go. Like, I can argue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want anyone to hold back or treat me differently because I'm a female. Just let's just be equal because we both understand the game just as much as each other. There is no there's no difference. My dad didn't have a boy, and he made me that kid boy in a way. Like, he brought me up in football. I mean, my sister had no interest, so he took me to the games, and then, you know, I pretty much, you know, just grew into it through that. And I feel like, you know, I'm really happy that we are in a place where I see so many girls. Like you just said, you had Kendall just before me on your channel and stuff, and I feel like girls are doing more. I mean, shout out to Maya and Mel, because I wouldn't have started if I didn't see them starting. So the inspiration about these females in the game it's amazing. I mean, Kendall was on a stream with me telling me to start. It's scary, and I do get abuse for certain things I say, but I do try and detach myself from it a bit. Yes, I have got upset in the past. I cannot deny that. I'm quite sensitive, but then I don't let it stop me. I just carry on. I mean, I come on here, I still talk my mind. I think we're getting there. We're definitely better than we were a few years ago. We're not at the place where women can't even say anything, don't have an opinion, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't get asked as much now, explain the offside rule, which I used to get every time I spoke about football. I mean, I never used to do it. I used to say that it's disrespectful, have a conversation with me before you start telling me to name 5 players and explain the offside rule. But we're definitely getting to a point where it's not as crazy anymore. And obviously, there's a lot of work to be done. And I think that goes for racism in the game, that goes for discrimination, male, female discrimination in the game. There's many issues that still need to be stamped out, but we're definitely getting better. We're on the right track, basically.
Yeah. No, I understand that. And shout out to you, man. And you know, like, it's not just females, but there's males as well who get sensitive. Like, we get, some abuse will get hoarded at them. But with females, obviously, I just feel like the disrespect is there and it needs to be eradicated. Do you understand what I'm saying? So shout out to you, like, big up you, big up Mel, big up Gold Diggers as well, big up Kendall.
Oh yeah, brilliant podcast.
Exactly, all the females that are doing their thing, talking about sports. If it's not football, it could be, I don't know, it could be about boxing, it could be about UFC, it could be about anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just creating content in a predominantly male-dominated environment, saying what they got to say. Do you understand what I'm saying? And for you lot to have the confidence and courage to come out and say your piece, argue, just lay it all out. I commend you. I salute you. And one thing I'll say is don't stop. Just keep doing your thing, because at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't let anything hold you back. All these comments, like you said, you detach yourself from them, innit? Do you understand? Yeah. The fact that these men are making comments and they're watching you, it's a win for you. Do you get me? A man can say, what do you know? But you're on my channel. You're watching.
Yeah, it's true.
You
And the
get
other
me?
thing I always say is a lot of people don't really have much to say about my football opinions other than the Jose Mourinho stuff. They more like talk about like what I look like. And I feel like if you're going to the extent to talk about what I look like and then you have nothing to say about my actual content, then that's fine. Because you're going far now to give some abuse, whereas you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. But yeah.
Exactly. We've got a like Sean, he's telling you, look, listen, you score a lot of men about football. Look, it's true, man. The way you broken down Spurs today is it's an eye opener, especially for me. I'm like, right, you know what? I didn't know about this, or you know what, you got a point. Whereas if I speak to another Spurs fan, male or female, some of them is just like, look, it's just about Kane and Son, but you've gone in depth today. And you've gone around each position, which is absolutely phenomenal. I gotta salute you on that. Do you understand? Yeah, man. Prime saying Elena may slander Jose too much for my accountability, but she's great. Shout out, man. It is what it is.
We love Prime. We love
Monsters
Prime.
out there saying Jose is goated. Do you understand what I'm saying?
We haven't had a conversation yet. You're on a lot of streams with me, but we haven't actually gone at it. It's always Prime. So
you guys have to, you guys, Monster, Elena, make it happen, man. You man need to go out. Jesus, even if I have to say up, I'll say up. I'll be the mediator. I'll let you know.
The referee.
Exactly. You know how when they do boxing and they go, the gloves are off. Yeah, I'll be the man there, and I'll let you man just get at it. Right. So no, I understand that. Overall, I'm just gonna say, keep doing your thing. Don't stop. It is what it is. But yeah, man, I salute you for, you know, just being yourself. Like I said, I watch a lot of content. I watch your content, and you're always giving your opinion, man. Your opinion is strong. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. It is what it is. I come on here. I talk the most shit as well. It is what it is. If you like it, you like it. I know sometimes I'm a bit wild. I'm a bit loud. And I try to make this thing entertaining as I can be in it. Right now, I'm very cool today because I'm got a few hours
yet. You've got a few hours.
I've got to take it easy. I've got to make sure, because today at 4:30 is Judgment Day. This is some WrestleMania shit between Liverpool and United. The build-up is a bit mad. But,
it's been a crazy build-up, which is actually really exciting for neutrals as well.
Is that, you know why? Because I'll break it down. I'll give me 1 minute and I'll break it down now. And I'm going to be quick. This is probably the biggest. This is Liverpool United, two of the biggest English clubs in the UK, probably in Europe as well. Probably. I mean, they've got 6 Champions League. We've got 3. We've got 20 league titles. They got 19. We can go back and forth. This rivalry stems from years, and for us two to be at the top at where we are at the moment, United are not going to let that slide. Liverpool are not happy with United being on top. They're thinking, how the hell are they on top with a PE teacher as a manager? All sorts, man. There's so much into this. Everything's invested. It's crazy, man. We haven't seen this. We haven't seen Liverpool United go head to head at the top since Fergie days. I think 2009 when Rafa was there, and you had the likes of Torres and them, man, at Liverpool.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, when they came OT and they slapped us 4-1, yeah, that hurt me. But what can I do? What can I say? Okay, Prime.
And Prime's on top form today.
Don't worry about him. I'll get him. Don't worry about him. Prime, I'll shout you on Monday. Say less. Okay, DJ Savvy said, valid points, Ellen. I respect everything you said. Cool. He's telling me, when did United win the league title? Like I said, your beef. I told Prime the other day, I said, your beef is with Aston Villa, Sunderland, and them, man. When you're talking about league titles, you talk to them, man. Don't talk to me. Don't come around here.
I can't say anything. I can't say anything. We've got no leg to stand on.
It's not even that. He's coming at me because, you know, I don't know why he's coming at me. I never say anything about him.
He just likes to say, you know, Jose's better than Fergie. He does this on my channel as well the other day. He just said Fergie's a fraud and left. And no one can answer him.
No, exactly. See what I'm saying? How about him? Indiana say Beeks is Leicester Port until they win more than one time. Wow. Yo, Liverpool fans, you better shout out Indiana, bro, because he's basically saying, look, we can't count the rest of the English
I
league.
saw him say that on the Why We Hate Liverpool video. I was like, oh, Indiana's going in.
He honestly, he hates Liverpool. A lot of United fans hate Liverpool. Yeah, they're a rival. I see them as a rival. I respect them. I think I hate Arsenal more, but it is what it is. I'm not even going to do that. But before we go, I know you got a game. I got to round this up. How do you think the season's going to pan out? Who do you think is going to win the league or top four? Yeah, how do you see this panning out for you?
I see us winning some sort of cup. Well, I'd hope so. As I say, if we don't, that's
Jose
Mourinho's.
You're in the final, so I don't blame you.
We're in, Jose Mourinho's failed his job if he hasn't won us a cup. But imagine playing this football and not winning anything. It's just not worth it. So, yeah, I do see us winning a domestic cup. I see us finishing 5th, maybe with an outside shot at top 4. But I see that our top 6 block so tight. I see even Arsenal maybe fighting for it as well now. Up and down, up and down. Yes, they've drawn to Palace. We drew to Palace. If we don't win today, it's the same stuff that we drew to Fulham, where everyone is so tight. I mean, it's just mad. I see City coming back up. I see it being a United, City, Liverpool title challenge. I feel like it's going to be a very exciting season, for neutrals as well, because we'll be able to see an actual title run without it being one team or two teams running away. I feel like everyone's got a shot. So yeah, we definitely put our nail in the coffin as to where the best, we're the best team and best league in the world. And I feel like we will have a really good title chance. But I see it being realistically, I see City maybe winning the league. I feel like everyone's sleeping on them and they are coming back, they're getting the results. And, Liverpool have so many injuries and they're still up there. But I just see City coming back and everyone's sort of chilling on them, thinking, But no, that's not to say United can't do it or Liverpool can't do it. I think today's very imperative for the rest of the season as well. It's a crazy game. Whoever wins today has got that confidence then to go on. And if you break their unbeaten run at Anfield, I think, Ollie's men, Ollie at the wheel, you know what I mean? From free midfield, he went to the scrapyard and got his wheel back.
Hey, Elena, I'm not gonna lie, you're gassing me right now. I'm feeling some type of way.
It could happen. You just never know.
It's true. You never know what can happen.
But with this title, it's a lovely, lovely competition.
No, 100% it is. You're right. This league, anyone can get it. It is what it is. If we go Anfield and we get 3 points and stop their unbeaten run, it's crazy. Do you get me? If we get a point, great. If we lose, I'm not going to be online until probably next week. But it is what it is. What can I do? No, but listen, I appreciate your predictions. Very, 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 very smart prediction. Very reasonable. I've seen Mandem say Leicester will win the league, and that you need to understand they got Brendan on that and bottlers when it comes to the Wolves.
I mean, they were so clear of top 4, and then they managed to bottle that. I mean, we're the king of bottlers, and I'm calling someone a bottler. That says a lot.
That says it all. But Eleanor, thank you so much for doing this segment. Which was new, which was called Outside the Box. We really need to do something like this again.
Definitely.
It was just interesting. It's very refreshing to have, another person's opinion. I don't like bringing just United fans. I want other fans, around, even if it's like a West Brom fan or whatnot, or Sheffield United. It doesn't matter, man. We're all football fans at the end of the day. So it was great having you on. Let the people know where they can find you.
I see this at Lilywhite TV, at Lilywhite TV on YouTube, at Lilywhite_TV on Twitter and Instagram. I've got a live planned later. I have it's at 6:15, so it might obviously just after the Liverpool United game. Try tune into that. I've got a Sheffield United fan and 2 more Spurs fans, and Prime might join on as he always does. But definitely, I've got a live later, so if you are all free or celebrating or whatever, do try join in on that because we'll be answering questions. But yeah, just generally I do a live every Wednesday now as well, and yeah, I'll try to be a bit more consistent on there, and you'll catch me on Football Terrence as well.
Shout out to Elena, but she's everywhere, putting in that hard work. Make sure you follow her on all socials. What's going on, man? I'm so nervous. All socials, bro. Hey, yo, you man.
Go lie down for a bit. My game's now. You lot have got time.
I've got to take it easy. I've got to relax and drink some tea or something. You know them ones. Look, listen, big up everyone. Make sure you go and follow her on all social platforms. There you go. I got it out. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel on her channel as well. Her content is great. She's doing big things. Up and onwards. I think she just hit 700 subscribers not long ago, man. Shout out to you, Elena, man. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, that's big. That's big. Yeah, listen, we're gonna sign out because Elena's got a game. I've got to make sure that
you're prepared. You get your match day ready.
You understand what I'm saying? I've got to hijack the TV from my fiance and make sure that I'm taking over. Do you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, listen, you man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It is what it is. You catch me on the socials. It's man can't even do it properly. There it is. You know them ones there. It's opposite like that. Say less and listen. We are here. Prime is telling me if United don't win, I should block him, bro.
He's in that comment section.
He's going live. Shout out to him. But guys, we are signing out. It's your boy Beeks. I'm signing out. Peace, guys.